Greetings, believers and non-believers. This is RabidApe. I've had a long day at class. This is going to be either really fast or really sloppy because I don't have the time or energy to put some production value into this. So anyway, a user by the name of, hope I'm pronouncing this right, GeneMean0138 has showed me this really neato little web applet, and it frickin' blew my mind because I had thought of pretty much the exact same thing a few months back when Davos Fleetwood was first talking about Dennis Kucinich. He had talked about this tool by a website which I can't remember the name of. I'll provide a link again, but it seems like such a simple thing, and I don't know why more people don't know about this or whatever, but it's basically what this guy programmed. Okay, he used this information from this other website, and then with that information, built this tool. And this is, I had thought of this, but this guy's already made it, so, fucking A. But basically what it is it lists, all the big issues that, come up in a presidential election, and basically you just go down the list, and you pick the issue, say, if you're for it or against it or whatever, and how strongly you feel about it, and you go down the list, and then basically, you hit the OK button, and it will rank the presidential candidates in order of how they agree with you on those issues. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be a perfect tool. It's as far as I know, it's just the information it goes on are, their voting records or statements they've made and stuff like that, which aren't necessarily going to be indicative of what happens, once they're in office. But it seems like it's so much better than, what we're doing right now with the, political advertising and the way our debates work now, all this stuff. It seems like people, the general population doesn't really focus on the issues so much, and it's more about image and marketing and all that bullshit. So yeah, check out that tool. I would hope that some people, you try it and you'd be surprised by what it spits out. I did. I went through and answered all of them. Lo and behold, Dennis Kucinich came up for me. This isn't about him. This is just about giving voters a little more information about where they might want to cast their vote and find out where the candidates agree with them. So I think it would be really cool to see more tools like this available. I don't know how exactly you could enforce accountability other than not reelecting someone that doesn't hold to their promises or whatever. It would, as far as I know, this is kind of just some random guy that put this applet together. Hopefully we're not going to crash his server or anything, but please check it out. And yeah, I'd like to see more stuff like this. I'm sure I know a lot of I talk about it. Yeah, probably more in comments than videos. But yeah, I am running for president in 2024. That's the plan. And no, don't know how to, what I'm going to do between then and now. All I know is, in the next year or two or three, if I'm going to be serious, I need to start formulating a plan for how I would accomplish that, and it's too early to say what my issues would, where I might stand on specific things, because we don't know what kind of world it's going to be in 2024. But at any rate, okay, so one thing that I'm definitely aware of is me as just, some random guy with not a lot of money, right, and all that stuff. Yeah, obviously I don't have a chance. I think, the whole reason that I'm announcing my candidacy, the reason I would want to do the job is just because I honestly think I could be good at it, and or, just when I see some of the decisions that, this administration in particular has made, I literally, I sit here and go, I can do better than that, and, so why not? But if someone like me is even going to have a chance, then we've got a lot of things that are wrong with our system right now, and yeah, this is really sloppy. I'm really tired. I'm at school for 12 hours on Tuesday and Thursday. I get some breaks, but it's a long day. Okay, so what am I really trying to say? our democracy is broken. I'm not going to try to explain why right now. I'm just going to assume that you understand that. If not, we can talk. But yeah, it's not as representative as it should be. And another part of that, and I think Daniel Dennett said this, but it's the basic concept. A true democracy requires an informed populace. And if I were to nail it down to a few things, like if what are the few things that you could address that would do the most good, especially in the form of rippling through the rest of the system, is just educating people. Our voting populace is so apathetic. It's pretty disgusting. So we just need an educated, informed populace. And then we need to, fix the system itself. And if you were to just do a couple things that would, ripple through and, make everything else a lot easier. The thing, I think there's two major things I can think of off the top of my head. And one of them would be implementing instant runoff voting. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to link to a really cool video over here. It's about 4 minutes long. It's going to explain it better than I can right now. But basically the idea is, I'm not going to, just watch the video. Instant runoff voting, though. Okay, we can do that. And then this is a really general thing, and I don't know enough about the technical specifics to really say what it entails. But we need to have campaign finance reform. Basically the whole cycle we have of the, an election requiring so much money to be spent on advertising and marketing and such means that the candidates basically owe the people that got them elected, in the form of paying for their campaign. And then, which inevitably, you can look at what happens. It shifts the loyalty away from the people to the, groups or whatever that got them elected. And so, if we fix that, and I'm not going to pretend to know exactly what that means, but, public financing of campaigns, just, leveling the playing field and then instant runoff voting. And I think doing those two things, again, the reason, I'm saying I want to run for president, it's, maybe it is kind of an ego thing, but it's, it's ultimately it's about affecting good in the world. And, I think by putting these kind of changes in place, maybe that's what I need to start working on, even if it wouldn't necessarily get me elected, it would change, who is electable, and I think that would be a better world for all of us. And that's it's, we can talk about specific issues, where we stand on, global warming or the environment, and, gay marriage and stem cell research, and, gun control and economics and and those are all interesting discussions, but the democracy itself is pretty much fucked right now. So as hard as it seems, to not get, really passionate about some of those issues and want to focus on them exclusively, I think it's more pragmatic to, build a better foundation, so to speak. So I hope that makes sense. This was kind of a ramble. I wanted to do a video. I like doing videos. But those of you that are, by the way, if you're still watching, a couple people out there expecting some video responses and projects and such from me. I work tomorrow and Saturday. I got the day off Sunday. So I'm going to start getting on all that stuff really soon. So, and one other thing, tying back into the instant runoff voting. Again, if you watch that 4-minute video, if you don't know what instant runoff voting is and why it kicks ass. And there's also this thing, the Davos question. Okay, and I don't know if that's still going on or not. And but he might not be the most popular guy at the moment, but inmendham, he's full of a lot of good ideas as far as practical solutions, I guess. He's the solutions guy, right? But he submitted a thing for the Davos question talking about instant runoff voting. And if that's still going on, if they're still taking votes for that, check out the instant runoff voting thing first if you like that idea. Regardless of what if you like inmendham or not, just vote for his question in that video, because that would be a pretty good thing, right? And we can rise above our personal differences and focus on the things that matter to all of us, I hope. So, RabidApe out.